Hi, I'm Ali.
And I'm Navdeep.
I'm Rashab, and
we're
we're
Team
Team
ReWeave.
When most people picture clothing waste, you'd usually think of old clothes in a landfill. But the bigger problem lies inside the factory. Research from Parsons School of Design found that around 15% of fabric used to make our clothes gets cut off and thrown out before a single shirt is even finished. And for more complex garments, that climbs as high as 30%. And all this is brand new and clean fabric. Environmentally, just one t shirt's worth of cotton takes about 2,700 liters of water to make. Economically, roughly $500 billion in value is lost every year because textiles never get reused or recycled. So, why does good fabric get thrown away? Because sorting it by hand and making purchase listings is slow and it costs more than the fabric is worth. That's where ReWeave comes in. It's a web app that uses computer vision to sort fabric scraps automatically, group them into clean lots, and automatically list those lots on a marketplace where recyclers and makers can buy them. Over to Ali.
Thanks, Navdeep. I'm Ali, and I'll show you what the factory workers see and where the pipeline starts. The worker starts by laying the fabric scraps out on the scan table. There will be an Aruco marker in the corner with a known size, so the system can measure the actual size and weight of every piece. Then they take one photo. From that single image, we run segment anything to outline every separate piece, and we pull each one's color, size, and shape. And telling fabrics apart from a photo is really hard. Cotton, denim, and polyester can look almost identical on camera. So we added an infrared sensor to the Arduino. Different fibers reflect infrared light differently, so that reading acts like a fingerprint for the material. And we combine it with the vision model to predict fabric type far more accurately. And just like that, the messy pile of fabric turns into clean lots, grouped by color and fabric, each one tagged with what it's made of, its weight, and a price. What used to take ages by hand happened in seconds. Over to Rishab.
Thanks, Ali. I'm Rashab, and I'll show you where these lots go. Each lot scan goes to the marketplace. Our buyers are recyclers who spin clean cotton back into fresh yarn, and smaller makers who use fabric for projects. They can filter by fabric and color, see each lot on a map to find out what's nearby, and they can buy a small part of a lot and then check out. The admin side is the command center for the brand or for the factory manager. It shows the total inventory value, revenue, every lot by status, and impact report. For every kilogram of fabric we divert, we count about 2.1 kilograms of carbon dioxide and 2,700 liters of water saved compared to when we make the fabric new. This dashboard adds it all up and even translates it into things that people actually feel, like car miles and showers. And this is what makes ReWeave scalable. A brand like Carter's doesn't run its own factories, so they wouldn't use this in-house. Instead, they roll it out across all their supplier factories as a part of their sustainability program, the same way they've already set environmental standards. One factory becomes 100, and the impact grows with every one. Back to Navdeep.
And that's what makes us different. There are tools out there for managing textile waste, but they still rely on people sorting the scrap by hand, which is exactly the bottleneck that makes factories give up and trash it. ReWeave removes that step and sorts it right at the bin in seconds. So here's the whole thing in a sentence. Factories throw out a huge share of clean, brand new fabric because sorting it is too slow, and ReWeave sorts it instantly and sells it straight to recyclers and makers who want it. That's a second life instead of a landfill. Thanks so much for watching, and we're ReWeave.